Them a look good in my tight little dress. Rock it up and me make the man them obsessed. Put in the work when we dance and we sweat. Dangerous when you get smooth like the skin on my face. Draw figure eight when we wind up my waist. Bumper and boom, we no need it to wait. If you get it, off the plate. Wanna run it up, turn it up, all night. If the lights went down, get your keep that baby. You wanna drop it down, pick it up, turn around, lift it up for you all night. Bet you wanna get some of my dirty love, baby. The boys them all want me. Them gyal I get salty.
Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
No two NFL teams and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
The Packers at 14-2 heading into this final week. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl front runners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Love from the gun. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Jacobs will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. And his stellar campaign continues. 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number that very few running backs have ever reached in a single NFL season.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the latest in a long line of NFL QBs from USC.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams
rolling to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
to the air. Williams.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kenny Clark able to get him for a loss of about 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
To throw, it's Williams.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Lucas Van Ness.
He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
On 3rd and long, here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Rashawn Gary able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
They'll try and throw with Williams.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Lucas Van Ness.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Room here to run.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
13 yards, first down, Packers.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
71 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Love.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 32 on the play. Here's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Jacobs again. And not a whole lot there as he'll get him down at about the 2.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. Here's Williams to throw from his end zone. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
Returnable for Watson.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll throw over the middle, taken in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Packer offense, Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. On first down, here's Williams. That's complete. Roma Dunze. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Williams. Dancing to his left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Throwing on 1st and 10, Williams. Now he's flushed out left. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Williams. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Buying time to his left. Got an open man, it's Scott. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 2nd and 7 to throw. Williams. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw is Williams. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Santos' kick is up and through. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And those two have hit halftime with the score 24-7. Sam.
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Packers now. They get possession of half number 2. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
123 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Montez Sweat with a tackle.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Working out of the gun. Love eluding the pressure right.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
On 2nd down, Dillon.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Love looking to throw it. Flush to his right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete.
The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Williams over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Williams. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Scott. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Back to throw. Williams. On the move past the 40. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to the running game with Swift. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Williams. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bears. DeAndre Swift. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that'll... Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. On 2nd down, it's Lloyd, and he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored one.
Williams loses the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. Escaping the pressure. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are right back in this football game.
When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Second down and 3. On the option to give to Swift here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. There's the tight end, Carlson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Williams.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they like some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is so that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Here's Williams on 1st and 10.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Throwing. Love. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Play fake. Here's Love. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. the middle they go. Lloyd. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And this offense on third down today, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 2. Love now. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They'll run for it with Dillon.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And the pressure gets to him again. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Operating from the gun, Williams.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And no sidestepping that hit. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. They'll go. Here's Williams.
And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Love with a give to Dillon.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Williams now looking to throw on 1st and 10. And
that's caught at the 25.
And it'll be a big hit at the end of this one, but it's also a big play as he's able to hang on to the football. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Packers, it's one more win to finish the season as they wrap up with a sterling 15-2 record. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they're going to kind of bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 3-14. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.